If the story is to be believed, Sir Robert Bellarmine allowed bugs to bite him. When asked why, he responded, "We shall have heaven to reward us for our sufferings, but these poor creatures have nothing but the enjoyment of the present life." I imagine the story is fictional, but its traction in Catholic circles testifies to an instinct of Catholic piety common throughout the centuries. Catholics have cherished stories like Bellarmine and his bugs because they recount deeds they expect of their saints, treating animals with Christ-like compassion. A different strand in the Catholic tradition, however, developed alongside this pious esteem for saintly compassion. It is more intellectual and defined by what has been the mainstream approach for much of Catholic history. By God's design, animals have a duty to serve us and give us joy. We can use them, even cause them suffering, as long as we have a good reason for doing so. As we shall see in the chapters ahead, there is a tension here between saintly compassion for animals and a rationally justified use of them, one that has recurred throughout Catholicism's long history. Pope Francis has charted a new path in negotiating this tension. His views on the natural world and the creatures within it are not revolutionary. They have their basis in the teachings of the Second Vatican Council, 1962-65, and the writings of Popes John Paul II and Benedict XVI. But he has shifted Catholic thought toward the more animal-friendly strand of the tradition. One effect of that shift is an encouragement that animals will, in some manner or form, join us in the age to come. In the chapters that follow, I aim to make a Catholic case for that hope. Though I continue many of the arguments found in my earlier work, All God's Animals, a Catholic theological framework for animal ethics, this book updates those arguments and conveys them in a way that serves, I hope, a general audience. The sources for many of this book's claims can be found in All God's Animals, so those interested in digging deeper or going further will want to refer to that work. The primary goals of this book are, first, to present a systematic theological argument that heaven will include at least some of the animals of the present age, and then, second, to explore the ethical implications of that view. The argument for animals in heaven is based on the teachings of recent popes, biblical scholarship, and contemporary Catholic thought on Christ, the end times, eschatology, salvation, the Trinity, and the Holy Spirit. Though I understand arguments like we won't be happy without our companion animals, or God's going to bring our animal friends to heaven out of love for us, those are not the arguments I pursue here.